same as it was this morning.
What's that?
It's the same setting as it was this morning. Take a puck out. I don't know what they're doing. Making fun.
I guess so. I guess so. All right, T-Bird fans, welcome back inside the Town Toyota Center, Wenatchee, Washington. 35 degrees outside, guaranteed to heat up here inside as two in-state rivals wait 10 months to get this game on the road. Tryouts started in April, and now, after 10 months, these two teams will finally meet on the ice. Weston takes it and pushes it up the boards. Now Warren steps up, pushes it over. Weston gives chase to that, banged up by Hawes. And Klein comes across the blue line here. There's a long wrister, well high and wide. And Alonso bumps his man. Moran takes a bump and gets a puck out. Schleusner controls it on the way. Oncoming forechecker, Rimmerin. Weston tries to push it out, and that hits a foot and bounces back to Schleusner. Warm across to Moran. Moran may have heard the footsteps there and let that one go through his legs. Blaha senses a little bit of nervousness on both sides here, and he puts his hand on the puck, and the T-Birds will change. T-Birds a home team this time, sitting right here to our right. T-Birds in white. Junior Silvertips dressed in black. Puck's one back. Brody Hebb fires that one towards the net, hit a leg and bounced out to Nash. Chipped it out to the blue line, but not out. Anderson takes that. Now Yamamoto lets that one squeeze by him. Nash pushes it out to Ohala. Ohala puts some speed on here through the neutral zone. He looks for a guy. That one's fired over, going off the glove of the Tips goaltender and fell harmlessly into the corner as Nash now gives chase on Hebb, bumps him. Laux holds it there. He takes a cross check in the back, and the puck comes out to center. That's a long dump in. It's going to go for icing. So Simon Newton in the net for the T-Bird, or sorry, for the Silvertips, and on the T-Bird side, Andy Vlaha makes his first start of the state round robin portion here. McGarriger leans in to take this draw. He's got Shaw and Mueller in behind him. Childers out there with Klink. That one's poked away from Mueller as he tried to drag it into the middle. Now Shaw has to take one hand off the stick, guides his way out, gains the red line, then tried to fire it in, but missed the puck. Puck comes back to Mueller. Mueller goes up the boards. where the silver tips are waiting. Ashton Blackwell knocks that one in that Mueller picks off, and he'll bring it back up the middle. Sees part a little bit for him there as he comes in. He'll battle Miles Berg down in the corner. Berg tries to push it out, but Mueller pushes it back down low. Held there by Mueller. He tries to make a move, and it's picked off, and Bure fires it down the length of the ice from this side of the red line, and that'll go for icing again. Two minutes gone here in the first period, 17-minute periods. We'll have a flood after the second. Zohala goes out there with Schleusner, Warham, his usual line mates Nash and Laux. That one's pushed back, but too far out in front of Schleusner. He couldn't grab it. Now the Myers dumps that one in for the Silvertips, and they'll go to work. Warham holds that, pushes it over to Schleusner. Schleusner comes up the boards, but misses Laux. Hawes fires out at the net, and it's steered to the corner by Blaha. Now the puck goes up. Warham takes a bump, but gets it to Nash. Nash streaks through the middle, has that puck bounce off his stick, and then he managed to lift it away from the Silvertips defender, and now it comes out the boards and is chopped out to center, where Schleusner backhands one over to Warham. He's got some room. He gives it up to Ohala. Ohala gains the line. Berg tracks him in behind the net. Ohala kicks it up. Klein falls down. Warham calls for the puck. Schleusner now tries a long backhand. That was a tough play to make there. Now Schleusner's going to have to control it, and he just gets it in deep as the T-Birds all go for a change. Schleusner stays out. Anderson comes out. Full line change. Weston picks a loose puck up off the middle and fires it at the net. That's pushed into the corner by Newton. Weston now grabs it. Hanley steals that from Weston, and he comes around the far side. That goes up the middle, right onto the stick of George Moran. George goes around Berg, fires. That one looked for the 7-hole there, but he got it closed up quick. Yamamoto with a shot deflected in front by Geddes. And that was a good save there by Newton. As the puck deflected, his legs were open, but that paddle was down. Made a real nice save there in front of traffic. We'll have a face-off to Newton's right-hand side here as Alonso comes out to take Geddes. Moran booted out of the circle for not having his mouth guard in his mouth. Seems to be a point of emphasis over here. Now puck into the corner. Weston bumps Hebb over there. Now it comes out to the line. Kicked back in by Anderson. Not once, but twice. And now finally pushed out by the Silvertips. Goes off of Alonso's stick, and icing will be waved off. Alonso pushes it over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto sidesteps a check, but gives up the puck. Now it's flipped out in front. That shot just went wide from Stuckey. Puck now back in behind the T-Birds net. Yamamoto around the boards. Hebb beats his winger there, and that one's fired at the net, but blocked by Yamamoto. Puck sits along the boards there. Weston pushes it, but not out. Hebb pushes it down into the corner, and there's another quick shot by the Tips on Andy Vlaha. Moran holds a puck, tries to get a little bit of calmness here. He goes across ice to Alonso. Alonso cuts towards the middle. He's got Anderson. He takes a long wrist shot that's gloved by Newton and held on for a face-off. Klink, McGarriger, Childers out there now. McGarriger will take the draw. He's got Mueller and Shaw in behind him. Oh, here's right off the draw. McGarriger tried to do a quick spinorama, fired it at the net, and it went off the Fred Meyer sign down there. Childers bumps his guy. Klink picks up the loose change. He protects it and pushes it out in front of the net. No one there. That's pushed away by Blackwell. And a puck comes outside the zone as McGarriger tried to get it to Mueller, but just missed him. Mueller pushes it up to Klink. Klink grabs it there. He shields that puck with his body, puts it out front, nobody there. Now Shaw bumps his way in there and keeps the puck in. Klink puts it in behind the net. McGarriger gives chase against Blackwell back there. And now puck up the boards as Shaw jumps up into the play one more time. It comes out over the blue line. Mueller picks it up, and then Klink whacks it the length of the ice, and it'll go in behind the Silvertips bench, or in behind the Silvertips net. Blackwell pulls it up there. He tries to go for that long pass, intercepted by Laux. Then Laux lifted his stick. Now Nash cuts in, fires one at the net. Ohala was standing there waiting for a rebound that never came. That one's chipped past Warm. Warm's got to negotiate around the referee. So does the oncoming player. Schlusner knocks it away, and now Warm fires the puck up into the middle, off a defender, pushed back in. Silvertips are offside as Laux regroups and pushes it off the far boards. That one's dumped in. Warm intercepts that and pushes up the boards to Laux. Here comes Nash across the blue line. He switches around, twists and turns. He wanted to get someone in front and get a little floater there, but that was intercepted by the Silvertips and pushed back down the ice for an icing. Okay, new crew out here now. Moran with Weston and Geddes. Schlusner and Warm sit in behind him. Schlusner has it there as Weston works it on the boards but gives it up, and out come the Silvertips. That one's fired across. It hit Warm. He fell down. He looks for his man. That centering pass is blocked by Vlaha. Tried to be gloved there, and a good shot blocked by Nash as he gets the puck, or Schlusner get the puck out to Geddes, and Geddes gets it in behind the Tips net. Puck comes around the corner. Warm steps up on his man. Moran there to back him up. He backhands one over to Schlusner. Schlusner holds it. Now Moran cuts through the middle. Guy's going the wrong way here a lot of times. Klink stops out of the box. That was a hairy one as the puck went right in where he came out. Now Warm holds it there. Sneaks around his man. He takes a stick there. Schlusner passes it back to him, and Warm has a look. He gets it up to Geddes. Geddes into the middle for Moran. Moran gains the red. He tries to get it down deep. Now Klink picks it up and fires one that's just wide of the top left-hand corner. Flipped up high in the air. Anderson will gather that one in, and he passes it across to Yamamoto. Yamamoto has his pass blocked, and he goes over to Anderson. Anderson goes cross ice. He's got Klink over here. Klink looking for a man. McGarrigle just had his stick lifted at the end there. He had a good chance to go towards the net, and Stuckey brings it across the blue line. Puck picked up there by Berg. Berg has a shot that's gloved down by Vlaha for a face-off down in the T-Bird zone. All right, O'Halla back out there now with his usual line mates, Nash and Laux. Mueller's out there. Shaw with them. That draws one by Nash in behind the net. Mueller zips it around the boards to Laux. He has it go off his stick and not out. Bounces around at the blue line. Everybody has a whack at it. Shaw takes a shot at Deskin. He misses him. Deskin picks it up down in the corner. He put one right out front. Vlaha had to be sharp there as Myrtle pushed it towards the net, and he had to kick out that right-hand leg and push it to the corner. Now Shaw bumps his guy in the corner trying to gain possession of the puck. O'Halla waits for that puck to squirt out. It finally does. Myrtle's waiting there for it. And Blackwell has forced to dump it down low, and that's picked up, and the cycle will start again. Blackwell goes across to his D partner. He can't backhand the puck in. And finally does get it in, but it goes right to Mueller, and here comes Shaw. Shaw pushes it up to Nash. Nash doesn't want any part of that, and puck takes a wild bounce off the stanchion, and Vlaha blockers that in behind. It's picked up by Shaw. Now Nash tries to go cross ice to Laux, and that's stepped in front of by Kwiatkowski. Nash is going to have to bounce on his man. He can't get him squarely, and he goes flying over his feet there. Now the puck's out to Laux. Laux twists around, fakes. O'Halla's looking for the puck. He battles Heb for it. Heb comes out the other side. He cross-checks Laux in the back. Everybody tries to have a shot at Laux, and nobody's gotten a hold of him yet. He'll make his way to the bench, and out comes Klink, McGarrigle, and Childers as we got Warm and Schlusner on the back end. Warm holds that puck. He pushes it up to Klink. Klink gains the red line. Can't put it in. Now Warm's got it on the far side. Warm to McGarrigle. McGarrigle flips that one. Takes that long pass, chips it into the zone. Childers battles have been behind the net. Warm steps up. He tries to get it out front. He takes a bump there from Kwiatkowski, and then wrong side of the net there. But however, Schlusner picks it up. He controls it there as the Tips give chase, takes a whack. He twists around and goes the other way. Looks for a friendly stick, and he gets it out to Childers. He tipped it, and it'll go in, and Childers will make way to the bench. Weston and Geddes come out. That one's right up the middle. Schlusner waits for it. Now you got Anderson. Anderson put it off the glass, but it bounced off of Weston on the way by. I think Geddes was offside there, as the two of them have a chuckle over who in fact it was that was offside. 7 minutes, 19 seconds to go here in the first period. Moran in for the draw. He loses the draw, but the T-Birds gain possession. Yamamoto comes up the left-hand side. He gains his own, gets a puck down deep, and keeps pushing it forward. There's Geddes waiting for him. Weston covers him up at the back. Yamamoto comes back to his spot. Good hard work in there by Geddes. That one there just about got Anderson. He was off balance there, and he got his stick across and kept the puck from going through, and a breakaway maybe the other way. There's a shot, pass out front that hit a skate and just went wide. Now Moran circles in the middle. He takes a wrister. Geddes had it, and he pushed it wide, and Anderson couldn't hold it. Now Moran has a shot. That one's kicked over, and Weston breaks towards the net, picks up the rebound, but can't get a shot there. Weston again. Weston fires one that's blockered away by Newton. Over to Blackwell. Blackwell fires it across the ice. He'll go to the bench, and Anderson and Shaw's the only two guys on the ice. Anderson twists around once and twice, and then he finally gives it back to Shaw. Shaw looks for somebody and then decides he'll just go high up in the air to the far blue line with it, as O'Halloran now pesters the D-men. There's a long pass there that goes to no one in particular. Now Nash holds it. He tried to get it to O'Halloran, but just out of his reach. Now Nash steps back up into the play, and that one's pushed across. Mueller's going to have to chase Bolshakov down. Bolshakov shoots. That one's fired away by Vlaha. Then he tried the tricky off the back one. Breakaway there by Bolshakov, and that was turned away twice by Vlaha as they got the jump on Shaw on the other side. There's the one floats around out in the middle of the ice. Another good save by Vlaha there, and O'Halloran steps up the pace. He goes around his man, but is pushed to the side. Now Shaw's got a handle. Bolshakov there in behind the net. He gives him a bump. Stuckey gets it out to the point. There's a long shot that's deflected once, maybe twice. And then Shaw finally turns and blasts one around the boards and still not out. There it comes right back in. Silvertips change. Myrtle comes back out as Heb keeps the puck in. And then Laux can't get the puck out on that side as they continue to battle away. Laux another shot at it, can't get the puck out. Mueller waits, he gets stepped by. Deskin takes it into the corner. He goes around Shaw. Shaw gets just enough of him. Vlaha has seen enough. He puts his hand on it and says, let's have a face-off here and get ourselves sorted out. Yeah. Different rules in every league.
I didn't even know he was here. Good, I'm glad he's here.
Yep. So McGarriger, Klink, and Alonso come out as the boys leak in on the backside. That's whistled down by the linesman. Warham holds the line there with Myrtle, comes over to Warham, he misses the puck, and it's poked up by McGarriger to Klink. Klink goes cross ice, he's got Alonso, he's got to step on his man. Alonso shoots, that's a good save there, good pad save by the Everett goaltender, and the T-Birds regroup. Warham gains the red, gets it to Alonso. Alonso looks for a man, he gets it back to Klink. Klink leads to the middle, tries to go around his man and gives up the puck there, and out come the Tips, 2-on-2. Klink following in behind. Good poke check there by Schleusner as the Tips all go for a tip forwards, all go for a change. And out come the T-Birds. T-Birds looking to get that puck in deep. McGarriger took a swipe at it and couldn't get it deep. Now the puck goes up the near side boards. Keaton Klein tries to go around Schleusner, no luck there. Klink pushes it up and they'll make way to the bench. Out comes Moran, Weston, and Childers. And here come the Tips across the line, poked away by Schleusner again. Warham gathers that one up. He pushes it around his man. No one there, no winger on that side there. Now Warham has another whack at it, gets it up, but that's picked off by Klein. There's a long shot attempt by Berg that doesn't get through. And Klein controls it again in the corner. Klein fires it off of Moran's leg. Moran stopped that one. Now Warham steps up through his feet and finally chops it out over the blue line. Weston comes across, slides all the way across, and then gave him a little tiny bump there. Warham picks that one up to Childers. Childers can't control that puck and can't get it out, and now he picks it up off the wall and he makes way the other way. Look out. Myers takes a big bump there, and Moran, and Weston comes across the blue. He has a quick wrister that's gloved down. Another good save there by the Everett goaltender. Three minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the first. No score to this point. Ohala, Laux, Nash out there. Stuckey kicked out of the face-off circle, and Ohala wins that draw over to Nash. Nash tries to slide one at the net. No luck there as it's deflected into the corner. Bolshakov tried to get it out. Yamamoto stopped that one and pushed it right back in the zone. Now Nash flips it in behind the net to Ohala, then tries to pick it up himself. There's one off the glass. Anderson uses those feet. He keeps the puck in. Good call there by the linesman. That one would have been easy to say no on. Now Bolshakov picks it up. It's him against Yamamoto. He does a little dipsy doodle and he goes backhand straight into the well-positioned Andy Vlaha, who stops that and holds on for a face-off. Interesting move there by Bolshakov. Certainly didn't fool Mr. Yamamoto. And a good play there as it forced him into a shot from a bad angle that Vlaha had all the way. Ohala wins that one, but not controlled there by Mueller. Now Mueller grabs it and he'll try to go the other way. He does this stick lifted and relieved of the puck. There's one out front. Shaw planted his man after a dangerous deflection there on a play in the corner. Now Bure goes around two guys as everybody's standing there puck watching, and Shaw says he's had about enough of that. Shaw tried to hit him there, but he missed him, and that didn't turn out well for the T-Birds. Warm and Schlusner come on now with McGarriger, Klink, and Geddes. Nobody left. Geddes is going to take the draw here after everybody got kicked out. One back by Geddes. Warm slaps it around the boards. That's going to make its way out. Geddes, whoever replaced Geddes didn't realize they needed to go to those boards. McGarriger. The puck just zipped right out. Geddes bumps his man from this side. That's a big hit there. Now it's pushed out in the middle. Berg waiting there. Warham's got a hold of him. Warham pushes him down. He gets right back up. Tips control the puck. Poked away by Schlusner. Now up the boards to Geddes. Tough puck to handle there. And it's whacked back in by the Tips. McGarriger waits for it to come out. It never does. Warham battles away in there. He's had 3 swipes at it, and here's going to be a penalty call. A cross check, I believe, on number 34 of Everett. No, wait for it. No, Geddes will take the cross check on this one. You could have picked that one out of a hat, folks. There was maybe 6 cross checks per side as the Tips are going to go on the power play here. Laux and Ohala will come out to kill this penalty. 1 minute and 42 seconds. That's in the favor of, it's definitely in the favor of the T-Birds here, as they'll get a little rest and be able to put that number 1 unit back out there afterwards. Ohala waits for the puck. He flips that stick over. It's won by the Tips and controlled back to the line. Klein brings it over to Gazowski. There's a long wrister by Bolshakov that's gloved down by Vlaha. And I would say that we want to keep an eye on Mr. Bolshakov here and not let him slide into some area unbeknownst to the rest of the team. All in again. Linesman sorts everybody out. Puck lays there. Bure takes it and he gets it to Bolshakov. Over to Klein. Back to Bolshakov. This will come to Gazinski. Gazinski messes around with it one too many times there. Warren poked it away, and now he's the first guy in. He wants to have a bump on Gazinski. Give him a good ride there. Then he takes a hit from behind. There's the cross check in return. Right there. Warren bumped him. Gazinski doesn't like it, and he cross-checked Warren on his way back out of the zone. Gazinski's lucky he didn't give up a breakaway there at the blue line as he fuddled around with the puck on the power play. I'm sure that there'll be a conversation later. A good teachable moment, as they say. So 1:15 to go. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey here the rest of the first period. Moran leans in. He's got Nash to his right-hand side. Yamamoto and Anderson in behind him. Anderson. Moran loses that draw, and Hawes controls it in behind the Tips net. Hawes comes out across the crowd his own blue line. Everybody leaves him to go right up the side here as Yamamoto keeps him out there, gives him a poke with the stick, and then follows him in behind the net. Grabs him from the side there. That's a lucky one there to not get called on that. He's got one hand off the stick. Now Moran controls it here. He needs to make a pass. There you go. Gets it over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto comes up the wall to Nash. Nash didn't touch it. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's on the other side of the red line. Linesman Headley standing right there. Made a good call. And that's going to go for icing. 41.7 seconds to go here in the first period. Laux and Ohala come out of the players' bench, and Yamamoto will stick around out there with Anderson. Oh, draw one ahead there by Ohala. Now passed across by Laux. Now Laux has got a little bit of room. Laux steps in on the D-man. He goes, brings it around to the side, twists around. He looks at Yamamoto, decides he'll dump it down low. He takes a bump from Beamish there. Now he's going to return the favor, but he gets the puck instead. Beamish bumps Laux down again, and he pushes it up. As Beamish then got his stick trapped underneath, Yamamoto hit his man. An Everett player fell down in front. Blaha greeted him with a blocker to the side of the head. And now the Anderson flips the puck out to Ohala. 4 seconds to go here in the period as Hebb and Ohala battle away down there, and that's the end of the first period. So just a reset here. Geddes has got 18 seconds left in his penalty, and Kaczynski for Everett has 45 seconds left in his penalty. So we're going to have about a give or take 30-second power play here for the T-Birds, so expect Butters to load this crew up. Shots at the end of the first period for Everett, 10, and Seattle, 7. So 18 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here. Shaw with Mueller. Ohala and Laux. Laux steps around his man and then backhands it deep into the zone. Held on to there. Laux whacks his guy. He pushes him up against the boards. He's got Hawes down there. Hawes running out of space. He finally gets it over to Berg. Berg gets the feet moving and he'll bring it out across the blue line. Tries to go around Shaw. That didn't work. Shaw flipped it up. That's going to go slowly down into the other end. And wow. Hawes did his best impression of somebody skating fast to get a puck. And to his credit, he fooled the linesman there, and that'll go for icing on the T-Birds. 18 seconds with the man advantage now. Schleusner, Warham, Alonso, McGarriger, Clink, all come out. McGarriger wins the draw back into the circle. Schleusner beaten to that puck, but gets it, pushes it up. McGarriger left it there, and the Tips obliged him and picked it up. Schleusner comes across, pushes a nice slow roller right in front of the net there, but it's picked up, no harm, no foul. And now Alonso goes to work on Heb, comes up the boards. Warham has a whack at it, that bounces twice on its way to the net. Now Alonso tries to keep it in, just out of his extended reach, and it's pushed down in. That's offside for a second, and then waved off. That puck comes to the blue line. Good call there. Good play by Blackwell as he kept that one in. And then he turns and whacks it all the way the length of the ice. Blaha blocks it back there where Schleusner will pick it up and out-twist the T-Birds. McGarriger pass it back to Schleusner. Oh, Schleusner looked long there for Clank and then decided against it. Now Warham comes out across. He tries to cut through. He takes a quick wrister that's gloved. Beamish had a hold of him. It'd do the T-Birds well to maybe check out that blocker side a little bit on the Everett goaltender here, as he's made 5 or 6 real good glove saves. He's adept with the mitt. As the T-Birds change up front, Moran, Childers, and Weston come out. Warham and Schleusner will stay on the back. Stuckey goes in against Moran. Stuckey wins the draw back to Gazinski. Gazinski whacked it, but Warham picked it up off the boards. It went the length of the ice. Warham fired it in on that blocker side, and because the goalie had to play it, he's got to call it an intentional offside, so he pulls it all the way back down into the T-Bird zone. Yeah, the referee explains to Butters that that's automatic. There's always confusion, and when it comes to these state tournaments and the differences in USA hockey and Canada rules, I don't believe that in Canada they would have called that intentional and blown it right away. However, Bolshakov grabs that one. He centered it in front. Stuckey had his shot deflected that went up and over the glass. Warham battles away in there. Moran battles with him. Now the puck kicked loose. Stuckey tries to push it out front. That's blocked by Schleusner. Now Gazinski tried to slap her, and Childers has it. Weston's away, one-on-one here. Childers and Gazinski battle in front of the net as Weston looks for an opening to get the puck out front. He holds onto it. Warham calls for the puck on the back. He's covered up. Weston continues to work away down there against Hawes. Gazinski finally comes around behind the net, looks for a man, goes long to Stuckey. Stuckey across the blue line. Stuckey with the wrister. That goes about 1.5 feet wide, and it'll come out, exit out the other side as Blackwell gathers it up and gives it to Berg. Berg gains the red line, dumps it in behind the net. Schleusner lets that one go to Klein and then pokes it away from him to Weston. Weston lost control of it. Now Schleusner's got work to do again. Schleusner bumps Klein up against the wall, and then Warham flips it up in the air, but not out. Berg grabbed that one. That one hit Hanley. Then it went to Childers. Childers got a little bit of room here. That quickly evaporated as the C's closed up on that one. Ohala blocks that one with his hand out front. Then he slides one in that goes just wide. Might have had himself a spot on the short side there. Now he battles away with his man, and Anderson picks up the loose change and pushes it up the boards. Berg quickly takes that one and pushes it in behind the Seattle. Hit Vlaha right in the foot, and he had no idea where it was. That one came through traffic there. Good shot by Heb. Now Anderson goes cross ice. Laux has that go off his backhand, and it comes right back up the boards, and here come the Tips one more time. Anderson holds on to that one. He gets it up to Laux. Laux has it bounce off his backhand again and goes into the zone. He'll make a change as Geddes comes out. Clank is now out. Yamamoto tried to get that one back in but couldn't get it there. Geddes undercut his guy and took the puck. Now it bounces over Geddes' stick, and here comes the Tips. That one's off the stick of Blaha and steer quick slapper. That hit Bure in front, and then finally Clink flipped the puck high into the air. It's not going to make its way all the way to the other end, and Berg's got to go back and gather it in. He goes high off the glass, as this is a battle of glass and out right now. Mueller tried to flip it out and lost it. It would give it right up. Now Shaw tries to go up the side. That's a flipper that doesn't go anywhere. Shaw bumps Myers. McGarriger works away in there. He can't find the puck, but it's in between his feet, so he's manages to hold it there. He tried to get it over to Clink. That was a little bit too long for Clink, and it's dumped right back in by the Silvertips. Shaw holds it there. A lot of A lot of gentlemen coming to find him. And now it comes out, Mueller flips one about 5 feet in the air to McGarriger. McGarriger has that one go off his backhand and out. Shaw waiting there, but Geddes picked it off, and Alonso will come out with Weston. As McGarriger goes in behind the net, there's another glass and out that's stopped and held onto there by Shaw. Then he lost control of it. Robinson's away. He can't get a shot. Mueller did a good job there of picking up his man and lifting his stick. Now Alonso's got it. Come on out the other side. Alonso tries to go around Heb. He pushes it a little too far out in front, and now he has to bump Blackwell. Blackwell battles away in there. He gets it out to the point. Warham goes across. Schleusner had backed off. And the puck comes outside the line, and Schleusner gets it up to Weston. He missed it. Waved off for icing there as Moran battles around as it comes back up the far side, and the Tips will grab it there where Stuckey is battled with Warham. Warham bumps Stuckey. The puck came loose to Alonso. And then the Tips fire it right back in behind the net again. Schleusner avoids a couple checks there. Alonso chops at it, but not out. Rimmerin blocked that. That comes out to Berg. Berg, the wrister, that couldn't quite be held there by Vlaha. It bounced off his glove and then down. Rimmerin had a whack at it. Fortunately for the T-Birds, Vlaha was able to put his glove on that puck before Rimmerin could get a loose puck whacked in between his legs there. 10 minutes, 55 seconds to go here in the second period. Nothing tie. Everett in Seattle. Stuckey wins that draw, and it comes back to Gazinski, who risks it, but blocked by Warham. Now it's shoveled over to Laux. Laux tries to get it up to Nash. And now O'Hala's through. 2-on-1 here with Nash. He looks and shoots, and that's wrist grabbed out of the glove hand of the Silvertips goalie and held for a face-off. Newton didn't bite on that look across by O'Hala there. And then when O'Hala did shoot it, good low shot, but Newton up to the task, and O'Hala will have to go back to work here. He holds Stuckey up, and no T-Birds come in to help him out, and the Tips pick it up and punch it out the zone. Schleusner has it bounce around his stick. He's chased there by Bolshakov. Now he comes across the other way, pushes it in behind the net. Warham holds it there. Stuckey's decided he'll go in behind the net. Warham pushes that one up to Laux. T-Birds have got to take advantage of a guy chasing them behind the net and move the puck a lot quicker than they are if they're going to take advantage of that. Those are two plays there that you don't see after about Pee-wee. Klein comes up the outside. He gains the zone and looks around for a friendly stick. He goes cross ice here. And that one's picked off by Laux. Laux is hooked and held a little bit there even probably as well. Schleusner bumps his guy down low. Laux holds it there, controls it. Good job there by Trevor to hold on to it. He hits it back to Yamamoto, pushes it down to Nash. Nash has got some work to do there. He gets his pants grabbed and gets twisted around a little bit, and out comes Handley. Handley goes to the far side, and that misses the net and goes all the way out of the zone. Blackwell races over to the puck. He's the first man to it, and he dumps it straight back in. Yamamoto holds that. That one goes up to Laux. He just chips it in. He's tired, as that whole line's going to change. Here comes Klink, McGarriger, and Childers out. Blackwell comes up the near side. McGarriger blocked that one initially and then pushes it right back down the other side. Berg twists around, eludes Klink, and then goes up high off the glass. It hit a glove in front of the T-Birds bench. And linesman Headley points all the way back into the tip zone for the next face-off. Else, and then gets thrown out. Childers now gets to take the draw. That's a good deal. Klink never stopped in his spot. The linesman had seen enough already. And out comes Everett. They can't move it along. Bure tried to twist around. He twisted himself into a knot and fell down at the blue line, and Anderson picked it up. Now Childers chases Gazinski. He can't catch him, but Klink picks up that loose pass, and across the line come the Tips. Childers does a good job of lifting the stick on a long wrister there. Big number 15 had eyed himself the far corner there on Vlaha, but Childers lifted his stick. Good defensive play on his way back. And here comes O'Hala, Laux, and Nash with 8 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in the second period. That one's pushed up to Laux. Laux comes across. He's got Nash on this side. The boys come across onside. Nash is bumped twice by Berg. Now Laux tries to work that one in behind the net. Nash in there to help him out. He puts it back to Laux, but that's intercepted. Nash bumps his guy, then picks up the loose puck. Tries to backhand one over to Laux. Laux has his stick held there. O'Hala goes across, and oh my. Just out of the outstretched arms there of Nash. And then Shaw couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Rimmerin tried to go around him. Now he holds it and he's relieved of the puck at center. Now that's Robinson's, my correction there. Now the puck down in the far end. Mueller tacks his man. Shaw battles his guy in front. Laux goes off the glass and out. That'll bounce around and is not going to make it for icing. As here comes Weston, Geddes, and Moran. Tips calling for it all over the ice. That one goes off a stick. Good call there by the linesman. Schleusner pushes it up to Weston. Weston could have made a pass there. No one near him. Schleusner backhands one over to Weston. He tries to go between the legs. Oh, and he just can't get control of that thing. It's too bad there. Geddes is offside. Waved off. All good. Weston back on top of the puck in the tip zone. Puck comes across. There's a strong, hard pass. 4 inches off the ice, right off the shin pad of one of the other tips there. Weston whiffed on that puck going through. And Blaha has to steer that one into the close corner. Stuckey holds it there. He just slides one at the net. Blaha kicked it away. Now Geddes steps up. He's going to go up against Gazinski. Dumps it in the zone, and he'll battle Gazinski in there. Gazinski pushes it over to his partner. McGarriger steals that. Now Geddes has it in his feet. McGarriger's got it. He puts it in front of Klink, but just poked away at the last second there. Klink would have had himself a nice little opportunity. And the tips are offside. Bolshakov was headed to the bench. Rimmerin came across the blue line. And we'll have an offside here at the far dot. Alonzo, McGarriger, Klink, Schleusner, and Warham. One there by McGarriger. Hard back on Schleusner. These guys are going to chase it behind the net. Now make them pay. There you go. Moves the puck up quick. McGarriger's there. It's 2-on-3. McGarriger cuts around his man. He slides, he shoots, he scores! That one went right through the 5-hole. On a harmless looking play, McGarriger beat 2 guys to that puck. After Schleusner came around from behind the net, moved the puck quick up there. That's going to be McGarriger. I believe Alonzo might have pushed that one up to McGarriger after taking it from Schleusner. So it's 6:08. The T-Birds take a 1-0 lead here against Everett. Nash brings that one out into the middle. He can't get around Gazinski. And out come the tips. They backhand one in. And here comes Laux across center. He's pestered from behind. The big fella there. He tries to railroad Warham. Warham bends over and lets it just go right by. That one up the boards is intercepted by O'Hala. He gets a bump there, and in across the line come the tips. They go around Schleusner. Warham poke checks that one away. And now it's out to Laux. Laux looks like he's out of gas a little bit there. Yeah, Childers leaks his way through. Berg gives him a shove, maybe an elbow or two there, two at the same time. Now puck bounces around in there. Moran's got it. He tried a shot, and that went off the Silver Tips defender and into the netting up above the glass. Good opportunity there, led by Mr. Childers again, who will not give up on those plays. So Anderson and Yamamoto come out, relieve Schleusner and Warren. Forward lineup stays the same with Moran, Childers, and Weston. Weston battles in behind his guy. He bumps Heb hard in behind the net. Anderson steps up, keeps it in, blocks it once, blocks it twice, but it comes out to the wide side, and out come the Tips. They gain the blue line. There's a long shot, glove down by Andy Vlaha. Childers shoves his man out of the way after the whistle. Tips change, send out Rimmerin, Stuckey, and Bolshakov. Moran won that draw, but Weston, I believe, was seen to be inside the neutral zone there, so it's blown down and started again. Anderson pumps it around behind the net where Childers waits. Childers looks, that's a held puck by Gazinski. As Gazinski goes around a couple guys, then it floats up towards the net, comes all the way back around. Heb will gather it up over there. He goes off the boards. Moran misses that. Yamamoto takes no chance and whacks it off the board and out. There's a long pass to Stuckey. He lets that one go off his stick and in. Anderson zips it around, and Stuckey steps in front of that. He twists around, puts it in behind the net where Yamamoto has it, and whiffs on that pass. Bolshakov holds it. He fires one off of Stuckey's feet. Weston's got a chance to get it out and doesn't. Now he's got a second chance and doesn't get it out. How about for the third time? Let's see how we do here. Weston for the third time tries to get it out. There's going to be a roughing call here on Moran. So a 2-minute roughing call on George Moran is going to result in a Tips power play with 4:08 to play here in the second period. That all started when the puck didn't go out. You got to get that puck out. Nothing cute. Get it off the boards and out. Live to play another day. Shaw lines up here on the this close wing as the Tips control it off the draw. Klein across to Gazinski. Gazinski backhands one in. And Mueller goes back and flips it around. Laux has got it there. Laux slid one into the middle that was intercepted by Klein. You want to see that puck up in the air. He's got some time there. All right, now Shaw's got it. He goes 6 feet off the ice, and away it goes down the ice. Laux looks at the bench. I think he's ready for a change. He waved on his way by. I don't know if that, not sure where that went. He leaks Klein over to the side. Klein gets it over to Bolshakov. Bolshakov backhands one in behind the net. Things seem to be going in slow motion here right now. Both sides. It comes out to Klein. Klein with the long slapper. That's deflected. Kicked away by Vlaha. Vlaha's right back up. Mueller's knocked down from behind. Now it comes out to the point again. Klein's got it there. That one's slid in. Bolshakov has a whack at the rebound, and Vlaha holds that one tight in between his arm and his body there. That was a good shot by Bolshakov. He hit himself in a good spot for that rebound. There's a quick whistle after the play there as Shaw wanted to make sure nobody took any liberties with Mr. Vlaha. And all the T-Birds are going to change here. So out come a new set of penalty killers, McGarriger and Klink, Warham and Schleusner. Stuckey will remain out there playing center. Hausenberg on the back end for the Tips. Schleusner pushes that one up to McGarriger, and McGarriger whacks it the length of the ice. Newton let that one go by, not quite sure why, and he corrals it there. Klink steps it up. He looks for his man. Now McGarriger comes out and pesters Berg. Berg went over top of him, and Bure holds it across the line. Klink's going to pick that one up if he can even just kick it out as it's held at the boards. A massive humanity in there as 6 guys converged on that puck, and then finally dumped in by Schleusner. Schleusner turns and pushes a weak one off the Smitty sign and not out. There's a long wrister. Warham takes a whack at that one. It goes to McGarriger. McGarriger gets it off a stick and it bounces once, twice, and then Klink has a swing at it and it finally bounces out of his own. Comes across here to Haas. As the T-Birds get in that I formation, McGarriger in behind Klink. 4 seconds remain in the penalty as they go cross ice. Bolshakov from one knee tried to slam that one in, and Vlaha slid across, hit him square in the belly button. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remain in the second period. Schlusner and Warm change now, give way for Anderson and Yamamoto. Moran back out there. He wins that draw. Yamamoto brings it around and he pushes it around. Weston can't get the puck out there. He has another whack at it and he gets pushed off the puck again. There's a long shot by Christiana. And now in behind the net, Bolshakov controls it there. Anderson, Moran has a bump at him. Now they try to get it out to the point, but that missed. Yamamoto waits and pushes it back into the pig pile. Weston pushes it up the boards right where he was supposed to be. There's a long shot. That one went off the side of the net. There's one off the goal post. As everybody was looking the other way, the T-Birds have got to get the puck out. Weston gets the puck and then finally pushes it ahead to Alonso. Alonso with the slapper. The Silvertips defenseman Gazinski is going to go to the box on a slashing penalty. He tried to sneak that stick in there while Alonso took the slap shot and then broke it in half on Alonso's stick. So Gazinski, he'll get a new piece of lumber there over in the penalty box.
It's a penalty and breaks the stick.
Yeah, that's a $289 for his dad and 2 minutes or less in the penalty box. 1 minute, 26 seconds to go. Here comes Nash, Laux, and Ohala. We got Schlusner and Moran on the back end. Draws lost, but Nash is quick to the puck, but he can't control it from there. That one goes off the glass. Moran does a nice job of keeping that one in off the foot and gets it to Laux. Laux holds it. Schlusner gets it down low to Nash. Now Nash holds it there. He has to shield his man from the puck. Ohala waits. Nash gives it one more kick. Now Ohala's in the battle here. Get it back to Nash. There you go. Nash has got it in behind the net. They're super aggressive on the Silvertip side here. If the T-Birds can move the puck quickly, they'll be able to catch him off guard here. There's a fortunate one to Schlusner. Now Ohala's got a little room. He takes a shot, and that goes way over the net. Laux holds it there. Back to Moran. Moran back to Laux. Laux across to... Oh, there it was to Shaw, or to Nash. He tried to get it to Ohala, and that just went about 6 inches wide. Super play there by the boys, just not the finish they're looking for. Now Schlusner holds it. Good job there of being patient. 25 seconds to go in the period. Now it's to Moran. Moran pushes it over to Nash. Nash with the wrister that's gloved down by Newton. He'll hold on to it with 19.2 seconds to go here in the second. That was a beauty. 19 seconds to go, 1-0 T-Bird lead. Rimmerin in. Rimmerin wins the draw, but Nash steps in front of that. Dangerous backhand pass by Schlusner, then slapped into the shin pads of the oncoming Silvertip player. That one goes down into the zone, steered away by Vlaha. Klein is bumped by Moran, but Klein comes out with the puck. Nash holds it with 3 seconds to go. Ohala happy to let the time run down, and we'll go to the dressing rooms here. The 1-0 T-Bird lead at the end of 2 periods. When we come back, there'll be 34 seconds left in the 34 seconds left in that penalty. T-Birds will be able to regroup in the dressing room and then be ready to go. T-Birds outshot again that period, 11-8 for a 2-period total of 21-15. I gotta get this away from me or I'll throw it. You think? All right, we're off and going here. Schleusner turns back into his own zone and holds it in behind the net. 26 seconds to go in the power play here. Klink gathers it up, comes across the blue line and pokes it past Berg. But Berg picks that one up, pushes it around Alonso, and then it's shot out to center. There it comes across now. Schleusner puts it in a spot for Warm. Warm comes up the side. He backs it into McGarriger. McGarriger with a long shot that just goes wide. 1 second to go here. Klink shoots up under the shin pads. McGarriger bangs his stick. He wants that puck. McGarriger turns around and pushes it in the corner. Alonso waits down there for it. Now it goes back into Klink. Klink has that centered pass. Nobody there. O'Haller was coming off the bench as McGarriger waited. Schleusner fakes one way, then comes back in the middle, takes a bump there and gets it over to O'Haller. O'Haller back into Schleusner and he scored! Schleusner went to the net after making a pass to O'Haller. O'Haller returned the favor. Schleusner almost looked surprised to have gotten the puck back. Not because Chase doesn't pass the puck, but he looked a little surprised to get that one. It went off his stick and into the bottom left-hand corner between the legs of goaltender Newton.
That's the celebration there. Skipping the fraud, that's silver tip.
Yeah. Full line change for both teams as Weston pushes it out over the blue line. Weston, like a good hockey player there, waits till nobody's looking, and he gave Stuckey a couple of shots right in front of the bench while the linesman backed in. He couldn't see what was going on, and Weston was giving him the business, as they say. All of his teammates looking on up in Homer, I know. 2-0 T-Bird lead here, quickly into the third period. Geddes has to battle away in there. Moran, it's a little 2-on-3 or 3-on-2 T-Bird's side. Shaw gets it, backhands it right off of the referee's leg. It went right out in front. No silver tip there waiting for it, and they shoot the puck right back in. Mueller backhands one over to Shaw. Shaw up the boards to Weston. No, that's Geddes. Geddes can't get it out. Weston comes in to help. Finally, Weston shoots it up and off the boards. I don't know if that's that one's going to make it, and it'll go for icing. Well, both teams with a chance to reset here. Referee checks the exit door there as one of the pieces of glass is sticking out a little bit farther. Every time it happens, the puck bounces right in front of the net. That draws one by McGarriger, and Yamamoto pushes it around the outside, but Hawes steps in front of Klink and takes it away and dumps it back in the zone. Puck gloved there. Childers does his best 1-on-2 to get that out, and he can't. Leaks back to Yamamoto to Klink. Klink over top of the oncoming Silvertip defender, and the Tips will hold it on their end for a face-off down in the Silvertip zone. Puck bounces around there and then finally brought out. High pass, that's going to be offside. That one hit Robinson right in the shoulder pad. That quick pass from Myers. Myers steps up on Yamamoto. Yamamoto gets it up to Laux. Can't quite get it deep. Blackwell goes up the other side. Now bounces around over there. O'Haller has it. He shoots it over to the linesman. Blackwell gathers it in, tried to get it deep, and it hopped up over his stick on him. Yamamoto goes out the other side now. Nash looks for a man. He hasn't hit a shin pad, bounces around at the blue line. No luck there for either team. And then Yamamoto gets it to Laux. That goes off of a glove, I believe, on the Everett side, and we'll have a face-off right in front of the T-Birds bench. Rough shift there for both teams as the puck ping-ponged around in the center ice and at the blue line. Nobody could gain control. Both coaches decide to switch out up to see what else they can get going. Beamish controls that one off the draw. He comes around off the blue line, zips it around the boards, and it comes all the way through to Klein, where Klink lifts his stick and flips it out to center. Alonso goes after Beamish again. Now Warham steps up on that puck. Alonso holds it. He gets it over to McGarriger. McGarriger to Schleusner. Schleusner looks for a man. He's got Warham. Warham's got a bit of room. McGarriger stretches out that groin, stays on side. Klink gets it. Warham holds it there. He gets it over to McGarriger. McGarriger cuts to the middle and he's hooked down. Warham fires one from the corner that goes off, and Klein's going to touch that, and it's going to be a penalty on the Silvertips. That's going to be a hooking call against McGarriger. Warham got him the puck. McGarriger cut to the net. The Silvertip player, Brody Hebb, got his stick caught in between the arm and the stick, twisted McGarriger around, and the T-Birds are going to go on the penalty, on the power play. So Moran comes out with Schleusner, Ohala, Laux, Nash. Moran's got to move that puck quick. They're aggressive on this penalty kill. Nash takes a bump there, bounces around. Laux picks up the loose change, gets it back to Ohala. Now it's over to Nash. Nash shoots and scored. There it was. That backhand cross-ice pass from Ohala right on Nash's stick. Nash checked the wind and then promptly deposited that in the back of the net for a 3-0 lead. So count that one as Nash from Ohala and Laux. And that's a power play goal, gives the T-Birds a 3-0 lead with 13-12 to go here in the third period. McGarriger pushes that one ahead. It's slid across. Beamish holds it over there. He gets it to Gazinski. Gazinski gives it right to McGarriger at the blue line. McGarriger comes in. He shoots one in, and there's a wild rebound that Klink just couldn't quite extend out and get. That one's poked away from Martel. And then Shaw absolutely hammered his guy over there. Could have been a cross check. There's a block shot by McGarriger. He goes down in a heap. Looks no worse for wear as he gets his head back up, and it'll be an icing on the T-Birds. Real nice shot block there, or shot blocked by McGarriger there on that long one from the Silvertips D-man. He tries to skate it off. He doesn't want anybody to know he's hurt. Otherwise, he might have to come off. He makes his way to the bench. That was picked up on. And Butters goes right back to the Ohala, Laux, and Nash line. There's a penalty right off the draw, as Bure is going to make his way to the box and probably face off interference here. That is exactly what it is. Bure will head his way to the box there. He barks at the referee on the way by. Not impressed with that face-off interference call, but the T-Birds will go back on the power play. 12 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in the third period. T-Birds have come out on fire. A couple goals here already in the third period and go right back on the power play. Moran over to Schleusner. Schleusner to Nash. Nash zips that one around. Laux will go give chase there. He keeps it in, up against Haas. Ohala does a good job of deking the referee out of the way at the same time, and the puck squirts loose and the Tips will fire at the length of the ice. Kaczynski and Hebb come back out as the Tips make a quick change on the defensive end, and they try to back it all the way into their own zone, and they do. Now Kaczynski goes end-to-end, long wrister there, and out comes the new unit for the T-Birds. Schleusner across to McGarriger. McGarriger tried to get it to Klink. Klink had it intercepted there by the back pressure of the tips. Now it's over to Moran. Moran gets it to Alonso. He turns around and goes over to Schleusner. He's got lots of room over there. Schleusner gets it up to McGarriger. That could have got him killed, that pass. McGarriger lucky not to have taken a big hit there. Now Klink will bring it across the line. Feet moving, he zips around there, throws on the brakes, twists around, gets it to McGarriger. McGarriger bounds around there. He's thrown down. That's going to be a roughing call. Give him the puck, boys. Give him the puck. Give him the puck. Now Mueller's got that. He holds it out there. Give him the puck. There you go. Well, this guy's dad was a coach at one point. Warham knows better to give them, just give them the puck. Like to have as long as you possibly can on that two-man advantage. So that two-man advantage now is going to exist. Brody Hebb goes to the box. He gets 2 minutes for roughing. He managed to plant his fist into McGarriger's kisser in behind the net, knocked him down. So for 32 seconds, the T-Birds will be on a two-man advantage. They pick it up off the draw. Berg races in with Klink. Klink holds a puck there, looks for a man, he gets it out to Mueller. Mueller slides into the middle. There's a wrister deflected by McGarriger. That just went wide. Now it's out to Warham. Warham holds it there. Alonso's got it. Now Warham's looking for it. He's got it right in the slot, and he fired that one right off the shin pads. Mueller, right Johnny on the spot, picks it up. Alonso controls it there. 7 seconds to go in the two-man advantage. McGarriger back out to Warham. Warham pokes out with one hand. Now he wrists one in. Good save there by Klink. Klink turned it around, tried to get that one there. Now is a chance for a crazy little one-timer. Warham passed it into Klink instead. There's to Alonso. It's going to bounce off the boards. Warham steps up, pushes it around. He stops there, falls down. Now he's got to pull it back. He loses control, and the tips get the puck out. McGarriger slides it over to Mueller. Mueller up to Warham. Warham comes in the outside against Berg. He centers that one there for Laux, but way too far in front of him. Now Laux holds it. Nash pushes one over, but not quite. Nash looked at his stick like it was broken. That one came off exactly like that. And the tip step in front of it. Warham presses his man up against the glass there. Nash waits for it to come out. He has to step around a man. And T-Birds are away, 3-on-2. Laux has got Ohala in behind him. He takes it down low, deep into the zone. Ohala back to Laux. Laux holds it there. Nash waits in the far corner. Ohala here, now out to Moran, and that missed Moran, and it's a foot race as Moran cuts his man off just enough. Vlaha steps out. Good play there by both guys. Unfortunate pass, but a good play by both guys to keep it. Now Ohala steps in around his guy, backhands one in the middle. 8 seconds remain in the T-Bird power play. Moran pushes it up to Nash. Nash goes across to Schleusner. Schleusner chili peppers one over top of Ohala's stick. And Gazinski brings it up. He's fresh out of the penalty box. He dumps it in about a step and a half too early, and that'll go for icing on the silver tips. So wholesale changes again. Moran goes from playing defense to playing center, and he'll center Weston and Geddes. Got Anderson now with Yamamoto on the back end. 8 minutes, 56 seconds remain. Anderson with the slide one in. That one hit the side of the net off the stick of Weston. Bounces back around. Weston does a good job to keep the puck in there and gets it down low to Geddes. He pushed it over to Moran, but he couldn't control it, and out comes Hawes with the puck. Oh, there was a long bump there, but just missed the big fella, Christiana. He's listed as 6'2", 225 pounds. So you better have him good and lined up if you're going to bump him there in the middle of the ice. Weston takes a bump from the big fella, and that puck goes across. Shot towards the net. Vlaha holds that. Now Anderson picks that one up. Oh, Weston just had that one bounce over his stick. He had a step on Berg there. If he had that one, he would have been off in a breakaway. There's a glove to the head by Christiana, and then finally dumped in by Weston. And he goes to the bench. Good shift by Weston there. Childers comes out with Klink and McGarriger. And here comes the tips. That one's kicked and then pushed in by Rimmerin. So a little loose play in the neutral zone there. Klink not able to catch his man just before the puck went in over the blue line. Long shot goes off Vlahas, kicked out in the middle, and Rimmerin made no mistake, and he put it in right off the middle post. With 8 minutes to go, we got a 2-goal hockey game. A little bit of let up there. T-Birds still got 8 miles to go here as the Tips bring it across the line. Bolshakov busts towards the net. Hanley backhands one over there. McGarriger battles around. Now Shaw's in there. He pushes it up to Childers. Childers holds it. Oh, he makes a nice little move there on Bolshakov. Goes right around him. Mueller steps up. He twists and turns there. Can't get a shot at the net. Bounces around. Good pass there by Mueller. McGarriger tried to cut right out front. No one at home. McGarriger now tied up with the goaltender. Mueller tried to go across ice. That was intercepted by Bolshakov. And Klink has to work his man. Now Hebb looks for it. Hebb missed the net by 20 feet, and Childers has to go up, and as Berg calls for the puck on one side of the ice, and then finally gets it grabbed on the other. Mueller up to Childers. Childers puts it through his legs and out. Berg turns around, zips it right back in, and here comes Stuckey chasing after Shaw. He bumps Shaw. That was a big collision in the corner as both men go down. And the Tips controlling. The big fella, Christiana, again comes out. He has a couple shots at it. Now he bumps Mueller. And it just goes out over the side as Laux is hooked. Klein is then hooked. And that's going to be a penalty on Laux. Butters is incensed. Laux was hooked first, but not caught. Then Klein got hooked and was caught. So with 6 minutes and 38 seconds, Laux will make his way to the penalty box. And the Tips are going to go on the power play. So Williams calls that one a high stick. Maybe that's why the hook didn't count. I don't know. He got his stick caught up underneath his armpit there. I think the kid's a little taller than Trev, so it may look like a high stick. That draw's lost there. Gazinski pushes it all the way around. Warham goes in there with Bolshakov. They battle. Bolshakov has a hold of his stick. Now they hold it there. Back out to the half wall to Bolshakov. He's backhands one down in the corner. Referee managed to get himself into harm's way there. Warham goes after Bolshakov at the point. Now he sticks that stick down. Nobody in front. There's one save. That one's off the side of the net. Good eye there, Brian. Nobody in front. Now Klein has a shot at it. The big fella's in front. Moran might have got to move this puck. Goes high off the glass, but knocked down by Bolshakov. Bolshakov looks for a man. He holds it down in the corner. Somehow Warham is up top here. I don't quite understand this. Why he's up there and Moran's down low.
Wow, that's actually the way they're setting it up, too.
Yeah. Tips are going to change here. They send out Stuckey, Hanley, and Bure. Berg comes out with Haas. And the T-Birds will swap around their forwards. Nash and O'Haller will come out. Warham and Schleusner stay. Minute and 13 seconds to go in the power play for the Tips. They will control it off the draw. Berg out to Haas. Haas with the slapper. That's deflected up and out by Warham. We'll have another face-off in the home team zone here. Nash and Warham consult as to who exactly is going out there to get that guy. O'Haller loses that draw. The linesman blows it down. A little bit of extra activity here. Neither team penalized. Vlahas slipped on a banana peel there because I've seen him before. He can skate good. All right, Nash loses that draw, but it goes right to Warham. Warham goes high off the glass, but not out. Down onto the half wall. Bure controls it there. Schleusner bumps him, tries to gain position. Nash spins around. And now puck down low as Tips control it there. Try to get it out to Stuckey. Warham bumps onto Stuckey. Then it comes out. Nash gets it there. Oh my goodness. Everybody's heart having palpitations as Mr. Nash checks to see what country that puck was made in. I will tell him later it was in Slovakia. Get the puck down the ice. All right, Hawes comes across the blue line. He's got Stuckey in beside him and he dumps it in. Warham gathers it up there. He's going to take a bump while he pushes it around. He gets hooked from the side. Same call they just got a Laux on. right there. Berg holds it there, but it's pushed away. Good stick by Ohala to get that one out. 8 seconds to go in Laux' penalty. Out come Yamamoto, Anderson, Weston, and Moran. And that'll see the end of the penalty, killed off by the T-Birds, and Laux steps back onto the ice. He looks across at Deskin. Now it's pushed in the middle to Myers. Myers tries to get a shot that's blocked by Yamamoto. Yamamoto pesters his guy, takes that bottom hand off his stick, gives him a shove in the hip. That's Rimmerin down there. Anderson bumps his old teammate, then comes out with the puck, backhands it once, twice, shoves Rimmerin to the ground. Now he bumps him one more time. Now he's hit from the side. That's interference generally. As Moran pounds it off the boards. A lot of tough play in there right now. And now it's zipped around the boards of Gazinski with a wrister. That one hit Laux in the shin pads and he's off to the races. Referee managed to get himself in the way. Weston shot it right off of the top left hand shoulder of the goaltender. The Tips grab it and fire at the length of the ice with 3:45 to go. Now I know we've had problems with perhaps commentary about the referees, but it's tough to have a breakaway and then have to deke out a referee on the way to the net. Anyway, we'll all get her figured out here by the end of the season. McGarriger loses that draw and the Tips control it in behind the net. There's a big bump there, knocked down by Alonso is Haas. And then Klink picks up the loose change. He fires it towards the net. That's steered away by the Tips goaltender, now pushed up to Bolshakov. He goes around Shaw. Shaw gives him a bump, gives him a hook, gives him a cross check on the way by, and he's going to get busted for that. He's going to be able to pick whatever one he wants. A bump, a hook, a cross check, and he ultimately gets caught on the hook there as Bolshakov sidestepped Shaw. Newton comes over to the bench, wondering if the coach wants to bring him off and create that 6-on-4 situation. As the T-Birds now are going to go to the penalty kill, as they send Warham, Schleusner, McGarriger, and Alonso back out there to kill this one off. McGarriger gets that. Schleusner has his stick lifted though on the side by Bolshakov, and Christiana steps out of there with the puck. Now Schleusner stays there. McGarriger tried to go up the boards. McGarriger's got a chance here, and he just flips it up high in the air and then waits, gets himself in that I formation. Alonso sits in behind him. Schleusner and Warham wait there. All 5 Silver Tips go back and twist around in their own zone and bring it out across center. Klein dumps it in all the way around the net. Warham steps in front of that with Bolshakov. Now he tries to wrist it out. He takes a big hit there from a little guy who jumped. Now it's out to the point, and Klein mishandled that, and it went over the blue line. Alonso tries to push him out to the other side. McGarriger waits there. Klein comes back and dumps it off one of his guys into the corner. Schleusner's going to hold that. He backhands one high off. It bounces off for Bolshakov, and Laux is going to get a real breakaway this time. Gazinski chops him, and there's a good save there by the Silver Tip goaltender Newton. Laux tried to go high glove on him. He got that glove up in there just in time. Laux might have been a little surprised he didn't have to deke around the referee on his way on that one. I think he might have been thrown off right at the end as Gazinski gave him a little whack on the arm. Good play all around. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in the third. 3-1 T-Birds lead, and 1 minute and 2 seconds remain in the Shaw penalty. Now puck in back behind. Schleusner, Warham remain out there with Laux and Ohala. Out across comes Haas. Haas pushes it over to Stuckey. Stuckey gets it into pushes it in the far corner where it's gathered up there. Back to Berg. Berg slides it over to his partner. A dangerous play there by Haas. He gets away with one though, and Stuckey holds it. He sauces one down into the corner as the Tips try to set up. Stuckey holds it again. Schleusner battles him. Ohala steps in front of that. There's a wrister that goes wide. Schleusner holds his man, battles away, pokes at Stuckey, can't get it. Haas has got it at the point. He tries to protect it. Ohala had to go off his skater. He was off to the races there. Now Schleusner and Stuckey go at it again. Stuckey gets it out to Haas. Haas steps in. He can't get a good lane here. Neither can Stuckey as Schleusner battles with him. That one's out the back. 4 seconds remain in the penalty. Berg has it there. And then it's finally dumped in. Warham steps up on his guy. He has it go by him. And they cut out to the front of the net. Warham whacks it away. Now he holds it there and then wrists one right up the middle. That's going to go for icing right here with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the third period. Shaw right back out there with Mueller now. Moran, Weston, and Geddes do their best to protect this 2-goal lead. It comes back to Beamish. He has one deflected up and over top, goes right down the protective netting to one of the fans who ponders throwing it. What do you figure that is? 80 feet up there? Now it's passed around the outside. They don't need the puck back, guys. We got plenty. Maybe hold on to that one. There you go. Take it home with you. Give it to your missus. Don't tell her she never gave her anything. Beamish now grabs that one off the draw. He wrists one in there. That puck wasn't flat, knuckled its way into Vlaha. Oh, did they finally get that puck over?
The clock ran off about 30 seconds.
Oh, did it? Well, that's good.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought you said puck. I thought that guy finally got the opportunity and whipped her out.
Clock. How much time ran off? It was like a minute for each.
Oh.
They seem to be content not to pull him out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going. All right, clock reset to 1:01. Moran goes in for the draw. Tip of that stick down. He loses a draw. Beamish takes it there. He leaks to the middle. Weston fell down. Moran blocked the shot, then bumped his guy, and then Geddes just bangs it the length of the ice, and there'll be one more face-off here. Perfectly appropriate play there by Mr. Geddes. He tried to go with a little trigonometry off the boards to the goalie, but it goes for icing. Good battle there by all three of those forwards. Weston did a good job. Moran got in the way out there, and now all the tips have changed, and they'll go the other way. That one there is not, well, kind of scramble draw. Moran, now there's a quick shot, turned around. Boys got to be careful here as Shaw goes up the boards, and that takes a T-bird bounce and it went over Berg's stick. Berg goes backhand across to Hawes. Hawes slides one in. Christiana grabbed that one, then it goes long as Moran slides it down the length of the ice. I wonder if this is a little gamesmanship here by the Tips as they refuse to pull their goalie here. That'll leave them in. 28.3 seconds to go. Moran will take this draw. Bolshakov leaks in. No call there. Oh, now the linesman's got a hold of that. Last I checked, you got to change the centerman now. Shaw gets that. He zips it around the boards. Geddes prepares. He takes a bump from Berg, but the puck goes right past and down the other end. 20 seconds to go. Beamish up the close side. Bolshakov into the middle of Myrtle. Bolshakov now controls it off the half wall. He's leaks out into the middle with 10 seconds. Berg slides one at the net. That's deflected and blocked by Vlaha. And then finally puts a mid on top of it with 6 seconds to go here in the third period. I got to talk to an Everett parent. I don't know if that guy's name is Myrtle or Myrtle or what. I'm sure his mom would be more than happy to let me know. That's okay. Draw lost again there by Moran. Good save by Vlaha. Shaw lifts one up and over, and that'll be it. And the boys head out with a 3-1 victory to go a perfect 2-0 in day one of the Panaha State Tournament. Next game here is tonight. We'll see the Silver Tips play the Wilderness. They get going tonight at 7 o'clock. Over on the other rink, on the big rink here, we'll have the Wenatchee Wild and the Vernon Vipers. Goals today, McGarriger, Schleusner, and Nash. O'Hala with a couple of assists. Schleusner with a two-point afternoon. He's had a good day so far as well. Hands will be shaken When you wake up tomorrow, it's going to look almost exactly the same as it did today. Today being Groundhog Day, tomorrow not Groundhog Day, but we'll play the same schedule. Then we'll figure out who plays who Monday for all the marbles, all the beans, all the tea in China, you name it, and a trip to Disneyland on the line.
Yeah. Well,
I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed. With number 19. He definitely gets himself to good spots.